Hi there. We've made it to task 3. This is the final task for the portfolio, and you're doing awesome. So keep up the good work. I definitely want you to see you do very well on this. And so I'm here to help. We're going to work through these last two problems. So let's take a look. Don't forget, you want to make sure you have a calculator ready because I think we're going to need it in one of these two problems. But let's take a look. So in task 3, we're told in 1995 the population of a town in Texas was recorded to be 25,400. Now, friends, I'm going to grab my handy dandy highlighter. I'm going to highlight that amount because I know it's going to be important. It sounds like it might be the initial amount, but I'm not sure. Let's keep reading. Each year since 1995, the population has increased by an average of 11%. Again, that 11%'s got to be important. I like that they use the word increase as well. So I'm going to highlight both of those. Okay. So 7 says write an exponential function to represent the town's population based on the number of years passed after 1995. So I think I was right about that 25,000 being my initial amount. Now, you remember from our videos with task 1 and task 2, we talked about a pattern for exponentials. There it is again. Remind yourself, what does A represent? Exactly. Yes, the initial amount. A is the initial amount. Making myself some notes here. What does B represent? Exactly. B is the growth factor. We called it the multiplier. Okay. Excellent work. Now, we've been given some key information, and I highlighted them as we were going through because I thought they sounded like they might have been important. The one that's going to be the easiest for us is that initial amount. We know this is A, 25,400. So I'm going to put that in for our initial amount. And now let's look at that growth factor. It's very important that we pick up that it said it increased by 11%. Now, friends, when we increase 100% because that's a full amount. And then we increase an additional 11%. So we actually have 111%. Now, if you remember back from some earlier days, you changed a percent to a decimal. And you did that by moving the decimal place twice. Once, twice. So this B value, I'm not going to put 111 in there. That would be way big. But we're going to put this 1.11, and I'm going to put it in parentheses just to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And is it okay? Can I use an X instead of a T? I have a habit of using T, and I probably should use an X. So there, I fixed it. So there we go. Now, notice what we've used. We've used our initial amount, 25,400. We've used our 100%, that's what the 1 is, plus our additional 11% increase, that's what the 0.11 is. And there we go. Now we have our equation. All right, now look at number 8. It says, based on the function, what is the population predicted to be in the year 2020? Okay, this is a little tricky because remember, we were told that time t equals 0 was 1995. So t equals 0 was 1995. So what I need to know is what is T in the year 2020, just so I can answer the question. So let me think. So I've got 5 years to get me from 1995 to 2000, and then I've got another 20 years from 2000 to 2020. So that sounds like 25 years there. So I've got 25 years. TX, I probably should use X. See, I keep getting caught up. I use the T's there. I want to say T for time, but I should use X here. Okay, so here's what this question is asking. If X is 25, what would you get for Y? So I'm going to go ahead and write it out so it's real clear. And I'm going to put 25 in for X. And this is where I love to use my calculator. So I'm going to type this in and let's see what value I get. I got to be careful because I've got an exponent. So 25,400. Then I'm going to put my parentheses 1.11. Now, friends, I'm going to go ahead and put my exponent inside of this parentheses. So did you see what button I chose? See how it highlighted red? That was the button I chose to go to the exponent. And then I'm going to type my exponent. And then I'm going to use my right arrow to come out of the exponent. And I'm going to close my parentheses and press enter. Voila! The calculator does the hard work for us. I love that. Now, most of the time we go ahead and round. I'm going to put our unrounded answer here, and then I'll round for us. So it looks like 345,071. So good job. You did it. We made it through task number 3. Whew. Be sure and submit your Google form. That way you get credit for all of the work that you did here. And high five to you. Keep up the good work. Bye for now.